So it finished Stoke City 0, Sheffield United 2. Goals from McCallum and Brooks. He seals it for the Blades. And if there's any doubt that the Blades had having an hangover, think on, because that was a great performance from Sheffield United. They're showing lots of character, a lot of determination to come out 2-0 winners at the end. Chris Wilder started the game in an interview. I'll put it all the goals on after I've done my little bit here. But they made the changes. McCallum holding Brewster, O'Hare, Campbell coming in. Out went Burrows, Anel, Hamer, Cannon, Peck, Reiksaki, Barrington Diaz. Make no mistake, the Blades have made a statement of intent. Sharpen the claws, ready for the playoffs.
What's the message been for the players over the last few days?
Yeah, there's a lot of clarity off the back of the disappointment of seeing two teams go up. We've been in the fight right the way through, so there's a lot to be proud of, but it has given us that clarity. Now, we want to finish the season on high, as I talked to you guys afterwards. We want to break a club record in terms of the number of points that we can achieve, and from an EFL record to break that record as well, getting into the 90s.
It ends up coming off, something like that. The ball in, it's deep. And then, well, doesn't go an awful lot about it. Because of the flick on at the near post, but have a look at the bravery here from McCallum. It's that flick there that doesn't know anything about, and then it's the power that he generates from the header. And there it is. Oh well, can't move, can't adjust. McCallum sees that, as it directs it, and there is that slight ricochet off Berg, which
longest. We've had the luxury of seeing this obviously in slow motion. Lyndon Gooch on Feli Sariki, what did you think?
Yeah, I think the more you see it, obviously you have the luxury of seeing it, but it's just that touch there on his foot. His left foot gets caught underneath Gooch. You see here, his left foot just gets caught here, and then he's pushing him from behind. It's not a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge, so just there, look, it goes into his back and his side, and he goes over, and I think for me, it's one that they'll be really, really disappointed not to get.
Do you think maybe the ref just saw the push and not that touch on the
excellent bit of play from Sheffield United. Changing on this right hand side. Clever little work and passing, sequence, movement, everything, ball across. I mean, we would say that Paul Vermont, what he was going to get on the end of that, and falls at that back post. That's why it's so important that White, very solid performance from Sheffield United.
I think response and performance from Chris Wilder and his team, the selections that he made, they've all been sort of performed in the right way, so I think he'll be absolutely delighted. I think that second goal especially got them playing with real well. I feel like obviously now it was a reaction that was needed. He'll be absolutely delighted after the week they've had. He knows it was going to be a tough game because of the relegation situation that Stoke City were in. Confidence going into the playoffs after a difficult couple situation that Stoke City were in, and now it's something to build on. The last game, get another good result, gain that momentum, gain that confidence going into the playoffs after a difficult couple.
Winning their last 6, so it's good for everyone associated with the club to see this.
Yeah, it's so important to have their fans on side and all pushing the right. I've got more over there just to captain because he knows how tough it has been in April, but they finished it off in a nice way tonight, and it was a tough game, but they stood up to the task and to come off victorious is a big thing for them.
For Stoke, they're going to go to the final weekend of the season.
Yeah, and I think at times they perform. I think Mark Robbins will be pleased with certain aspects, but again, they are in the thick of it. They're still going to be watching the results.
Needed the belief from everybody, obviously the players too, to push as much as they can. They probably would have liked to have had a different set of playoffs.
Let's get down to the pitch now. Callum O'Hare and player of the match, Rhian Brewster, chatting to John Brooks.
Well, both of you, what does it mean to get a win like that as you get ready for the playoffs, Rhian?
Yeah, of course, we're going to try and win every game now until the end of the season, because obviously if we do that, we get to the Premier League, and that's what we want to do. But it's good to take momentum as well into the semis, after a disappointing, couple weeks. But yeah, it's a good result today. We grinded it out, second half especially. But yeah, it's good to get the win today.
You had to put a shift in tonight. You were on the end of a couple of very heavy challenges in quick succession. Are you okay?
Yeah, I feel a bit sore, but yeah, I'm okay. I just rest, recover, and we've got to get ready for next week.
Callum, back in the side tonight. Just tell us how determined you are to play a big role now in these playoffs.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, every footballer wants to play. So yeah, like I'm glad I played tonight, and I'm glad we got the win. And like Reece said, we're trying to take momentum going into the playoffs now, and hopefully we can win every game. That's what every footballer tries to do, and that's what we're going to try to do. So yeah.
What's it been like over the last couple of weeks, seeing those automatic chances slip away from you?
Not gonna lie, it's been horrible.
Yeah.
Everyone will say that we've been trying our best, and unfortunately we slipped at the last hurdle. But you know, we're footballers, we've got to get on with it. And like I said, we're going into playoffs now. We need to get momentum. We need to get confident, and hopefully we can take tonight's performance into the next game, and then take that into the next games.
Yeah. Does it help to know now, Rian, instead of like missing out on the final day? Does it help to know now, so you know what's happening? You know what you're up against?
Yeah, well, of course we would like to have taken it to the last day, you know, but ultimately, yeah, you know, we had to get over it quickly from Monday, and I think we showed that tonight, you know, with, I think everyone just thought, because we're in the playoffs now, that we're just going to, you know, cruise and just hopefully switch it on in the playoffs, but that's not how it goes. We got to, like I said, take momentum from the next 2 games going into the playoffs, and yeah, like you said, we just work hard and hopefully it'll go our way.
The best way to go up, you know, Cal.
That's what I've heard, so hopefully we can do it, you know, as long as we get there, you know, that's what everyone wants, that's what all the fans want, you know, and hopefully we can do it, so just got to take that momentum and keep it pushing.
Thank you, well done both of you. Callum, if you do the honours for us, please. Don't escape yet, Rian Brewster, Sky Bet Player of the Match. Well done.
Thanks for joining us. How pleased are you with that reaction this evening?
Yeah, I think we deserve that. You know, from how we've been all season away from home, we've had a really good away record, and to get back to winning ways on the road, I thought our punters were amazing as well. So we had to withstand a little bit of pressure, but you know, we started the game off on the front foot, and to score 2 away from home and keep a clean sheet is great for all of us. Just gives us a little bit of confidence, a little bit more belief, and we're trying to gain a little bit of momentum going into obviously next Saturday now, and obviously the playoffs.
Obviously, it was a great result, Chris, a bit of a bounce back for you. You made a few changes. How would you approach these next few weeks? You talk about planning for playoffs, etc. What is different?
Just to get the balance right, Michael. You know, we don't want to lose any momentum. So that was key over the next 2 games. I've talked at length about getting into the 90s from a points total, from a club record, in terms of getting championship points. I want to break that, and I want to break an EFL record for not going up as well, because I think the players deserve to go deep into the 90s because of what they've done so far this season. So that was key, trying to balance it off in terms of resting a few key players that have been playing with knocks and little niggles, and giving important minutes to players as well. So, but the biggest thing is, you know, the culture to try to get back to winning ways. It was really important. Didn't want to lose the next 2 games. Obviously got a final home game as well next Saturday. So to go into that on the front foot, produce another performance like that, and then it gives us a little bit of an extra bounce in a step going into the playoffs.
Yeah, Gaffer, it's me, Bash. I just want to say, obviously, the second goal was fantastic, and obviously Brooksy to get a goal was a big one for him, and obviously coming into the team, he must be awfully proud of how he's done this season.
Yeah, I mean, we've integrated a lot of young boys that I sometimes don't think that people recognise sort of the challenges that we've had this season as well. It's been an incredibly competitive league, especially at the top of the division, and we've been in the race, and deservedly the 2 teams that have been the top teams have gone up, but we've not been a million miles behind them. And the integration of the young players, you know, how we treasure our academy, and the likes of Femi Sariki playing tonight. Sidney Peck's played a lot of games. Arblas has been out for half the season, but he's a top player. Brooksy coming in as well. Ryan O'Neill we had on the bench, an 18-year-old. So we're proud of that, and it's an incredible pathway. You know, Sheffield United have always produced a lot of great young players, as seen in terms of the Maguires and the Carl Walkers and the Nortons, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So the list is endless, and these boys are trying to emulate those guys.
Hi Chris, it's Luke Chambers. I just wanted to follow up on those points you made there. I think the season you've had, with the changes you've had to make, and starting off with -2, how proud have you been of the season? Yes, the disappointment's come, but how proud have you been of the players and the season and the culture that you've been able to create to take yourself this far, and like you say, try and break those 90s, and how pleasing has that been for you?
I think, yeah, thanks, Luke. I mean, coming off the back of last season, obviously it was an incredibly disappointing one and a damaging one as well for everybody. And culture-wise, we had to get back to what we think a good Sheffield United team looks like, and I think we've got that this season. And yeah, I do get, you know, finishing third, you don't get any medals, but to get back to winning games of football, to change the way we've played, to integrate pretty early in the season, a lot of players, you know, and their attitude towards that, the work that the coaches put in, their attitude to that, to work on the training ground Monday to Friday, and take the disappointments in our stride like we have done all season and we have done recently. But we know we're in for a big few weeks now. I want to finish the season off on a high for the players and the supporters, because generally in the whole they've been outstanding towards me and the players. So if we can give them a big home performance next week, the way we've changed the shape of the team has been good and enjoyable to coach and watch the players flourish. Ultimately, we've not got what we wanted to get, but we've still got a chance. And as you've seen tonight, the atmosphere in the group and the energy in the group is good, and we need to continue that.
Chris, you've got a big week planning, haven't you? You're coming up against some really fantastic players, and myself and Luke at the weekend at Bash's charity game. How are you going to approach that with us on the team?
I'm my current record. I'm not certainly taking that team now. I'll let Sharpie take it. So yeah, as you know, Brownie, he's a special boy, and to try and raise money for an incredible piece of kit in Sheffield. You know, Leeds have one. And Manchester has one, and we need one in Sheffield. So if everybody in the area can support Bash's testimonial to see all the boys come back, it'll be a special afternoon. And leading it out the front will be the boy that sat next to you. He's an incredible player and a person as well. Love him to death. He's one of my favourite players of all time that I've managed. And to get you all guys back in there and that team, you know, hopefully we can really support it and in the meantime raise a couple of quid, and Bash is obviously giving everything up for that to raise money for Western Park Cancer Charity Fund.
Chris, wonderful cause, and I'm sure everyone appreciates you taking the time out in such a busy period to do that. Great to talk to you tonight, and of course we'll talk to you over the playoffs as well. Best of luck.
Thank you.
So yeah, there we have it. You've seen all the action and the interviews. I'm really pleased with the performance tonight. Lots to look forward to now in the playoffs. A lot of character and determination from the team tonight. I'm really pleased. So I look forward to the game against Blackburn next Saturday, and the playoffs, of course, to follow that. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and your likes and your comments. And thank you for subscribing as always. I really appreciate it, and I'll get back to you again in the week. I'll do another one in the week again before the Blackburn Rovers game. Enjoy your weekend, have a great time, up the blades, and thanks for watching.